swept in Pittsburgh. What? Yeah, sound the alarms. Sound them as loud as we can. It's a disaster right now with the baseball team. Welcome on in, Midday Show. Hugh Douglas, Joe Giglio, you guys with us. 215-592-9494. Welcome back to Panic City, Hugh Douglas.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Hugh.
Good morning, Philadelphia. I don't know what to say, man. I mean, y'all can't hold together when I leave.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Maybe you take some responsibility.
No, it's
for how
not.
the Phillies
I mean,
played when you were
listen,
gone.
I thought y'all had this thing when I left.
No, we did not.
Man, I rolled back, right? So I'm trying to get up to speed, right? So I talked to Ike last night and was just asking, hey, man, what's going on with the Phillies? Oh, man, and, it's like they didn't lost 9 out of 10. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wait a minute. And then, math ain't my thing, right? And I'm like, 9 out of 10? I was like, wait a minute, when I left, they were winning. I only been gone 4 days.
Well, they did get swept last weekend by the Brewers.
Well, I'm just...
That's 3, and then 3 this weekend is 6, and then 2 out of 3 in the middle.
I mean, I got it, but it's just... Yeah, no, I got it, but it was just like, it just, doing the math.
Yeah.
And then like the slide. Yeah, and the fact that it was the Pirates, I was like, wow, that's what you're talking about, doing the math in your head. And I'm like, wow. Y'all couldn't hold together
don't blame me or Kyle
saying,
or any of us.
You and Kyle couldn't hold together while I was gone.
We held the show together. I can't hold the Phillies together. I'm not sure anyone can right now. All right, 215-592-9494. Let's air it out here. Let's tell the truth. Let's get it off our chest because look, there's different ways you could approach this kind of situation as a fan when the team's going through its worst stretch of the season. And this is by far their worst. They're 1-9 in their last 10 games. Some of the numbers are remarkably bad. Not just bad, they are remarkably bad. You ready for some of these numbers over the last 10 days here? 10 games for the Phillies?
Yes.
In their last 9, they're 1-8. Batting average as a team, 197. On base, 252. Slugging, 327. They're averaging 3.2 runs per game. They've been outscored by 29 runs in the last 9 games. This has gone from like, hey, we got some holes to, hey, we're taking on water here, left and right. And then you just said it, Hugh. There's no better way to say it. They were swept by the Pittsburgh Pirates. That team, I know Skeens is special, right? The pitcher
he's nice. He's nice.
I think he's already the best pitcher in baseball. He's remarkable. The rest of that team is dreadful. They can't hit it all. How'd they sweep anybody, let alone the Philadelphia Phillies? My goodness. 215-592-9494 to hop in. All right. Hugh, I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm curious your perspective as you come back into the mix here with us for after a couple days. You were down in Atlanta. Hugh, I am going to say this as calmly as possible, but you understand the gravity of what I'm saying. I'm in full-blown panic mode, man. This season is going off the rails. I am in full-blown panic. Yeah. We are about to face, ready for this?
I'm listening.
The schedule, we've had it easy so far. We've had it easy. We got all our Pirates games out of the way. We got all our Rockies games out of the way.
That was the conversation we had before I left about how you need to take care of the Cometans.
Look at the schedule the next month and a half. It's a lot of Cubs, and it's a lot of Astros, and it's a lot of Giants, and it's a lot of Padres. It's not easy over the next month or so. And I don't even know when Bryce Harper's coming back, who, by the way, is on the injured list with a wrist, and we'll get to what Bryce said, that has been bothering him since last year and then re-aggravated it this year. They have the 6th most difficult schedule the rest of the way. They have issues at center field, left field, third base, second base, catcher. No Bryce. Whew. Hugh, I am in a bad way. I am hitting every panic button I can see. Where are you at right now? Like, are you in full-blown panic mode like I am?
So I got a long talk, just a little bit.
Okay, that'll make everyone feel better.
Because
we're off and running.
No.
He's back.
Can I just tell you why? Because I unplugged for the weekend. Had a great weekend, by the way. Hit Buc-ee's.
We heard.
Went to a strip club. I had a weekend. So
got live at Buc-ee's. We heard.
Got live at Buc-ee's. So I'm riding back, trying to process, because I know what's going on. I'm like, hell, they lost 9 out of 10. Everybody's in panic mode. So I'm trying to, in the best possible way I can, keep everybody calm, but be realistic. Wait, can I finish?
I can feel it already. No, I know where this is going.
But come on. I'm trying to be realistic and in the situation that we're in.
Yes.
Now, the first thing I did, I looked at the standings. the Mets are in the lead in our division, but as a whole, I think we're still in a good spot because we have 37 wins. I was looking at the standings, and we're still in a good spot. Here's the thing that's concerning to me, and this is what I was processing when I was coming up with my assessment. And by the way, I'm concerned, but I'm not in panic mode.
Not full-blown panic?
Full-blown panic mode. What concerned me is Bryce Harper's injury.
Yes.
And the fact that it's the same injury that he had last year. And him having it and coming back from it the way he did and then injuring it again and not knowing the timeline of his wrist. That is a problem. And that along with the fact that, when I left, a lot of the talk and conversation was about Bryce Harper in his lineup and how important he is to the lineup. That's where it's concerning because we don't know when he's coming back.
We don't. Let's hear from Bryce Harper. Harper spoke this week as the Phillies put him on the injury list on Friday with a wrist injury, soreness, discomfort. He said he's been dealing with it for a while, and as Hugh stated, it's the same wrist that was bothering him late last season when his power really wasn't there in the second half. Here's Bryce.
It's been long enough to where, it got to the point where I can't really function on a baseball field or, hit a baseball or anything like that. So just a good time for me to take some time and get it right.
How similar is this to what you experienced last year?
Yeah.
Same thing?
Yeah.
And it's gotten progressively worse. You felt it earlier, but just seems to be getting worse.
Yeah, I felt it early in the season and tried to play through it as long as I could. And, I think getting hit in the elbow has helped it, just from the drainage of all the fluid coming down. But, I think, just try to get through it the best I can. And it's going to take some time, obviously, but hopefully get it done.
They don't need any type of outlook on how long that could take or what the plan is for right now?
No, not really. Obviously, you just try to, get through the treatment phase and see what I can do. But we got to get it, just calm down and get out there when I can.
All right, there's a lot to unpack there.
Wait a minute. I mean, I understand what he's saying, but it just hurts when he said it the way he said it.
I know.
Get out there when I can.
And there's a lot of hopefullys in there. I don't know when I'm coming back. So,
and as a former athlete, you don't know, and you don't want to put anything false hope out there.
Yeah,
I get it, but being in the position that you're in now and hearing him say it the way that he's saying it, with not a whole lot of confidence, that's a little. I'm not where you are. But hearing that makes me concerned.
Well, I'm in full-blown panic mode. So a couple things from that. One, I saw the quote Saturday morning from him and Friday. You ever hear the person say it and it feels worse than you read it?
Yes.
I read it. I was like, all right, his wrist is bothering him. The little IL stint. I heard him. I'm like, oh, my goodness. He sounds down and he sounds like he doesn't know when he's coming back. Like, I feel like if
it's that unknown, Joe.
I know.
It's the unknown.
And then there's this. So MLB.com had an article on the situation and his quotes and all that. And then this is what stuck with me. Harper said, and it wasn't in the audio there, but the article MLB.com had it. Harper said his wrist was pain-free from December until earlier this season. The Phillies season ended on October 9th last year. So if we're doing the math on this one, October 9th, he dealt with it last year down the stretch, right? Mm-hmm. October 9th when the season ended, and he said he was pain-free in December. So you don't have to be that smart to realize October 9th to December is a good month and a half to 2 months for him to feel totally good again. And now, obviously, it's re-aggravated. If we're on the same timeline, October 9th to December, he's not playing for a good month. Like that, if we're just going by what it was last year, similar injury, it took from the end of the season. Again, their last game last year was October 9th, and then he felt normal again in December with the wrist. That is an alarming timeline because I look at the schedule, I look at the offense, which we'll get into all the issues here. How are they going to hit for a month without him? If it is a month.
Especially when you're talking about, and then you talk about in that time that he was out, like everybody else was kind of doing their thing a little bit. Alec Bohm was hitting a lot better than he's hitting this year, if I recall that. And you wonder, what is it about? Is it a part of his swing that's re-aggravating it? Or is it like the muscle groupies or something?
It is his throwing hand. I mean, he doesn't throw that much playing first base. Mm-hmm. I would think it's the swing that's bothering it.
Yeah, it's interesting. And then, even though he's not that old, to have the same injury, the reoccurring injury, you are somewhat concerned about, the recovery time and the age and everything. So, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
The whole thing is a lot. 215-592-9494. Where do you come down? Are you in full-blown panic mode with the Phillies? Losers of 9 of 10. Yesterday, that final at-bat by Alec Boehm was disgusting. To swing at the first pitch and ground a double play, first of all, it was a lock. I mean, him grounding it to a double play.
It wasn't surprising at all.
It wasn't surprising, but it still was disgusting. They get 2 runners on, and to end the series like that against a no-name relief pitcher out of the Pirates bullpen, disgusting weekend. It's been a bad stretch for the Phillies. Hugh just tried to spin the standings in a positive way.
I did not.
You know what I see?
Back.
Basically, you said they're not at the floor of the ocean. I see an anchor that's falling fast here. And you're like, well, right now they're only 20 feet below the surface.
Well,
today.
It's last week we were talking about them being the best team in baseball.
Those days are long gone.
I've only been gone for 4 days.
No, they lost 9 of 10.
I know that, man. Listen, I
goodness.
acknowledge on a day-to-day basis 2 things that I usually mess up a lot. Spelling. Sometimes I misspell words a lot. For all y'all gatekeepers out there, if y'all want to come at me, I'm gonna clap back. I'm gonna clap back.
Okay.
And math. But 4 days, you got time. You have time.
Those are the only 2 things?
Well,
yeah, you mess a lot up.
That don't count.
Speaking.
That don't count. That don't count. But we have time, and this is the ebb and flow of baseball. Now, the thing that gets my ire up just a little bit more is the fact that Bryce Harper's hurt with the same injury that he had that kept him out for a while. So that bothers me, and the fact that the bottom of our order is not giving us a whole lot.
Can I switch the math on that with Bryce out? The bottom 2/3 of our order. We got 3 hitters right now. 3. It's Schwarber, Turner, Castellanos.
Speaking of Schwarber, he ain't get me. I was trying to hit my parlay before I left.
Yeah, you're done. We're not counting on you as a sharp anymore. This guy's betting on the Phillies to win money line. I mean, what are we doing? 215-592-9494. Are you in full blown panic mode with the Phillies? Kyle, where you come down as the Phillies get swept by the Pittsburgh Pirates?
So I'm definitely in a state of panic.
Yeah,
I would describe it more as mild panic. If we're saying there's degrees of panic.
I'm full panic.
It's the Bryce thing that puts me in the state of panic in general. The way he was talking, not very encouraging at all. I will add, though, remember last season when he was dealing with something, and was it the hamstring or whatever it was, and he was, I forget what the injury was, but the way he was talking then, or no, it was, wasn't it when he
this is around the All-Star break.
Yeah, he landed on the bag weird, and we were basically like, oh no, his season might be over, and he was sort of wishy-washy about coming back, and he came back in 10 days. So Harper's kind of bionic in that way. So I'm not saying he's definitely done for the season or whatever, but I mean the way the offense looks without him is, I shouldn't say it's jarring because I shouldn't be shocked by it at all, but they're so pathetic on offense. They really are. I know.
Mean, pathetic is strong.
Well, they are.
It's pathetic.
It's so bad.
It's meek.
So strong.
Some of these at-bats are meek. Bryson Stott's swing is meek.
The Pittsburgh Pirates cannot score runs. Nah. And we just got swept by them.
No, because, again, I have to give you a little full disclosure, because I text you guys last night just trying to get a feel on the way back.
Yeah.
Kyle was not how you say you could read somebody's text and see that they're not happy. Kyle was not happy.
We're in trouble. I mean, we're a game up from the wild card right now. The only saving grace potentially is that this might be the worst it gets. Losing 9 of 10, getting swept by the Pirates.
Should we take everyone behind the scenes? Here's our text thread, the 3 of us yesterday. Hugh, how the Phillies doing? Kyle said, in this game or in general? Hugh said both. Kyle said, in general, really bad. They stink right now. And then Hugh said, I think Harper IL. And Kyle said, yeah, his wrist been bothering for a while. I responded, this team blows. And that was that ended it for a little bit.
After that, I kind of just
this team blows right now. 215-592-9494. Are you panic? Are you in full-blown panic? I'm in full-blown panic mode. Kyle's in mild panic. And Hugh's trying to spin the positives here.
Am not
that it's only been a few days. It's been crap. They can't hit. They just right now. I'll tell you this: they are a Trey Turner slump, and he has not slumped much. But if he goes in a slump
it's all bad.
I think they'll get no hit, like multiple times in a week. I don't know where the hits are coming from.